Welcome to US Classic Muscle Cars. I love the features on this car.
Hi, Ed Trywish here at the Chicago Auto Show, ready to show you what amounts to the Rolls-Royce of SUVs, and it's a Rolls-Royce Cullinan right over here. Okay. Always the distinctive Rolls-Royce grille with our Spirit of Ecstasy and Flying Lady. Upgraded LED headlamps, okay, and all the safety features required. Okay. So we swing back here a little bit. The distinctive Rolls-Royce feature on the wheels, the RR straight up. It's not me, I'm not that good of a parker. They're set in a system so the RR is always considered straight up, and that's how it has to be. We can take a quick look inside right now. Notice the coach door is opening. Some people call it the suicide door. I prefer the coach door. It's more of a tradition going back to England and the UK, where people would get out of the car and kind of fix themselves a little bit before they came out. Queen Elizabeth, she was very young when she became queen, would take care of that. I think to this day she'd rather be out on the farm and all that with her dogs and all that, but that's kind of how that developed with Rolls-Royce. Now we see the impeccable leather, the stitching, the embroidery, all of it top of the line, resistant to scratches. Northern European hides for their toughness. Comfort is never sacrificed. You can see here with lumbar support and heated seats for the back. There is an option also to have just two seats in the back, okay, if you're that type. We can also see here a video screen, so people in the back can not only watch movies, the car is it's going to be 5G when the time comes around, and they can also access the other entertainment features of the car, including navigation. It's the Starlight headlining, okay? Very unique to Rolls-Royce. Quite the feature, quite the wow feature. And it actually provides a relaxing environment. So when you're driving, let's say, extensive amount of miles, you're feeling much more comfortable. Besides the ultimate quiet of the car, the double windows and the triple installation. And actually, there is foam rubber designed throughout the car and even in the tires to provide additional quiet.
I am rolling.
And here we have our dash set up, besides the usual gauges and all that too. There's a full entertainment system there. Right now it's on the navigation. You can see it's got the McCormick Place building there. You can program it for addresses and find you. You can also program your phone up to with Apple CarPlay, get all the music you want, receive text messages, return messages by voice, store them for later, set it so you don't have to be bothered when you're driving, and many other features. The buttons down there, you see the silver ones there with the numbers, are really bookmarks. You can program a radio station like many cars do, but you could also program a navigation point or a phone number so you can get it instantly. You can also program any part of the owner's manual, because the entire owner's manual is in the software there. So you can look up something in the car, you know, if you're not sure of a warning light that came on or some type of function you're not sure of. So that's all there too. And then we see the common luxury features. You notice there at the bottom there, the red and blue wheels there. That's distinctive to Rolls-Royce. They do not have a digital readout for temperature. It goes, the red is obviously warm and blue is cold. It's not that hard to manage. Most people get used to it very much so, and they really like it. And of course we see things like the heated seats, ventilated seats, massaging lumbar and lumbar support. Rear and front defrost, of course, are there also. The color scheme in this is not that common, but not totally uncommon. We like to say when it comes to designing a car, either exterior colors or interior colors, is that you're only limited by your imagination. Rolls-Royce has a department what they call bespoke, where they will totally individualize your car. You can send them color choices, wording if you want. I've had customers have their own personal design with regard to the Starlight, company logos on headrests, heard about anniversary dates being put on cars and things like that. You're only limited by your imagination with Rolls-Royce, and you could even pay extra if you have a certain color that you want it to be yours totally, or you can pay where nobody else can have it. You can duplicate it. Okay. The back of the car, it's still an SUV, and it has all the functionality of an SUV. Okay. One touch opening when the key is with you, so somebody can't come through the parking lot and open it up. An additional opening here. So plenty of storage for golf clubs. You can see the cutouts on the side here. That helps with golf bags. And the seats can fold down for those times you may need additional room. We have here, additional support under here, as well as the toolkit and all that too. That's kind of unique to Rolls-Royce. It's like a large screw eye, and it's in every car. And God forbid if your car needs to be flatbedded or towed anywhere, it's attached to the front and they can pull it up without any damage of putting a hook or whatever under the car. Okay. Things do happen, so we have to take that into account. Okay. We have what's called here clamshell closing, where we press it like this. You don't have to bring it up. Our RR is always prevalent. Okay. The antenna on top is for satellite radio. 1 year of satellite radio services included. By the way, the car carries a 4-year unlimited mileage warranty and 4 years of scheduled maintenance. Also, there's a full warning and information system with this car, which can give you turn-by-turn directions with regards to navigation. Call ahead to your favorite restaurant to see how long the wait is, reserve a table, and things like that. It's also an initial setup warning system, so God forbid if airbags deploy, they will immediately call the car and see if you need help. If they don't get a response, they'll probably call 911 in the area and get the local EMTs out there. Okay. And also in those tough situations, if the car is stolen, it can be tracked also. Many people feel that the Rolls-Royce isn't for them. And I'm not going to deny that the cost is much more than many cars sold in this country and around the world. However, when you consider the functionality, the safety, and everything else, it may be a worthwhile investment. Ultra-luxury cars not only carry that status with it, but they tend to lose value much less than other cars. I'm not going to say they're going to gain in value. Who never knows in this market? Our 12-cylinder twin-turbo engine, 6.75 liter. This engine, in one form or another, has been with Rolls-Royce for many years. It's been properly adapted for the SUV type of drive, including all-wheel drive, which, of course, what this car is. Okay, it does require premium unleaded gas and synthetic oil, but the turbo is specially designed to make it much more quieter and much more driver responsive for the type of driving one would do. You don't get that what we used to call as kids the turbo lag or the turbo squat. So when you would take off, it may seem cool back then, but it isn't too cool now with a car like this. So it moves very well. The turbo is also a multi-oral adjustable. Very loud when it starts because it's a turbo, and then calms down. Okay, after a while. Okay. So you can pull out of your driveway in the morning without waking the neighbors up too much. Okay. 26.2 gallon gas tank, I believe. So you got a very wide range for fuel. I think when it's full up, I've often seen the range it be like over 500 miles, which is good, so you don't have to keep stopping for gas. Okay. You'd be surprised what the fuel economy can be too. Okay. Rolls-Royce takes great pride in the engines. You don't give a 4-year warranty unless you know it's going to be good. Okay. The transmission is specifically designed. While many engineering adaptations take place in the auto industry from one to another, the aspect of the all-wheel drive is related this engine, because it is a 12-cylinder, is designed specifically for this car. So your performance will not suffer at all. In fact, many people say they don't realize how fast you're going because it is so quiet, of course, and it is so smooth. Okay, it is basically like the Phantom, Rolls-Royce's flagship car, in an SUV, or a Phantom on steroids, if you would. I'm in the car now, and this is a real fun feature with regard to the Spirit of Ecstasy, or the Flying Lady, that's on every Rolls-Royce, and there's a lot of stories about it. You can read it on the internet because it goes back literally hundreds of years. But if you take a look at it right now, you're going to see something really funny. That's the Spirit of Ecstasy that can be lowered and raised. You can program it to come up when you're driving, and it'll go down when it shuts off. You can have it up all the time, or you can have it down all the time. I've had customers do everything. There's really no worry about theft because it's attached to a spring tied to the alarm. So if somebody were to try and aggressively grab it, it would sink down into its hole, and a very, very loud alarm would go off. Okay. There is options for an uplit feature, or a lit one, or a crystal type one, a gold one, and a sterling silver one. Anything you would like. Okay, this is the standard one here that we have in this car. They're all about the same size because there are restrictions with regard to safety and all that too. But you can also get the Spirit of Ecstasy embossed in leather on the side of the car, on the inside here, if you really like it. It is a unique and similar totally to Rolls-Royce, and no other car has it. Well, I hope you enjoyed looking at the brand new Rolls-Royce Cullinan. And once again, my name is Ed Trywish at Steve Foley Rolls-Royce in Northbrook, Illinois. I sell cars all over the country, if not all over the world. Give me a call, 847-849-2233. I'll answer any questions you have and be glad to walk you through the process of ordering one or purchasing one if we happen to have one in stock that you may like. There may even be some pre-driven ones around. The car came out in 2019, if I recall. So there may be some around that are still a good value and still very good cars. And you may want to go that route, but feel free to give me a call. I'll be glad to answer all your questions.
please like, share, comment on our channel, and subscribe here.